Hello and welcome back to Digital Assets Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. There's an article, Digitized Europe, the shift to a cashless world. And I was going through the article and it made me start thinking about, current happenings with the financial world and started thinking more of the future. As when you go back to when we had like records and cassette tapes and even older like the A-tracks, and most kids don't even know what that is today. I mean, they barely know like CDs and DVDs much, basically from the movies. Like maybe you get a mail in from Netflix on something they don't stream. But in the kids' world today, they have everything that's just like streaming, and the same with their movies and their music. So they don't even know really what happened prior to that. Then you had, thinking back, you had rotary phones, and then you had the corded, like home landline, the home phone, and then you had cordless phones, and then today kids basically only know the cell phone. So seeing where technology has moved, they know digital movie, they know digital music, they know cell phones. Now, in regards to this article, they're discussing the fiat, basically moving away from that to the central bank digital currencies and all the digital assets. But the thought is, in another like 1 to 2 generations, they're probably not even going to know what fiat is, the same way they don't know what a cassette or like a rotary, a corded landline at your home phone would even be. So that was a funny thought that flashed through my mind as I was reading this. I literally envisioned like a $1, $5, $10, 20, a 50, and 100, like framed in a little glass plaque, and kids walking by going, "Oh, that's really cool, Grandpa. What is that?" And that's pretty much all I got out of that article. Just basically things we discussed moving into the cashless society with all of the new digital assets and digital currencies. This article here I was tagged from Bridge Builder, and I wanted to share this article. It's pretty interesting. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this. You've done a previous one, the Bear Full Moon and the One World Currency. We're just going to breeze through this. I think it's pretty interesting because it gets into like the USY, URZ, USI, URZ definition of the forest, the inflammation and the infection, the liquid swamp and laft. And then as we scroll down, it gets into more of currencies and stuff. I don't want to say too much, but a lot of people are very interested into obviously the Gematria. There's a lot of excitement with that and the riddling and all that stuff, but I find it very fun and interesting as well because some of it is like right on the money, so it's pretty cool to see. And I don't find anything wrong with, even the Riddler guys, kind of off the different subject. As long as you understand realistic timelines and what's going on, I think they add to the fun and the excitement. So things like this for me are great positive distractions as well. We're going to go through this for those of you who do enjoy the Gematria. So let's go to the puzzle. K equals hitting in a hole beat, and G equals hollow. Starts May 9th, 2020 at the full moon. Number 9 is end of a cycle, alchemy, example 9 months of pregnancy, 360 days in a year, etc. Number 1 is start of a new cycle. V equals the vortex. The vertex is used to transmute an element, a sound, an image, a symbol, etc. from one state to another. An example would be Bill is a villain evil, but he named himself with a B, so he looks benevolent. He just transmute Vil into Bill. The USI, URZ, liquidity is inflamed, the swamp is infected. Bear equals the bear comes out of the forest with his coin hitting the ground with coin 1 world. Solving the puzzle we have, The liquidity is inflamed. The bear that is a beater comes out of his forest on the full moon of May 7th and observes how his forest is full of infected swamp. The bear begins to take action, ending May 9, hitting the ground. It uses its coin 1 and generates a hollow through which all the infected swamp and liquidity from Wall Street drains towards a vortex V, which regenerates and transmutes into the earth, bringing new liquidity. The new system of the new forest, trees, and fluid rivers. It should be noted that the bears are very territorial and severely defend their own territory, so not everyone will have access to their new forest. If you have any new discoveries, Explorer friends, please share with him on Twitter. Here's the link. Then you have, may the light of your rebel spirit prevail, especially in those moments when humanity is submerged in doubt, fear, and submission. And here you have the light of Lumen. Going back to XLM and Stellar. XRP Wave Rider tagged me in this article also, which I wanted to share. Credit unions partner with IBM Canada for payments revolution. 3 Prairies credit unions have joined with the tech firm in an 8-year agreement to offer a modernized payments system. And if you know IBM, it runs on Stellar. So this is a pretty significant deal with today's news. The credit unions in the Prairies have teamed up with IBM Canada for a new payment system designed to meet the growing demand for digital payments. Prairie Payments joint venture PPJV and IBM Canada have signed an 8-year agreement, the largest of its kind within Canada's credit union system. Credit unions have always been innovators, from being the first to offer credit card services, ATM banking, and to mobile pay and mobile banking. We know how critical it is to move faster with our payments, products, and digital experience offerings, said Michael Devlin, the CEO of PPJV. Changes are happening across the payments industry, such as open banking, and companies outside the federal or the financial sector entering the market with new credit cards and cryptocurrencies. All these changes promise a new era of transparency, but also increased privacy and security challenges. To keep pace, the need for payments modernization for credit unions has never been greater, and we are happy to be working with IBM Canada on this initiative. Together, the Credit Union Central of Alberta and Saskatchewan and Manitoba collectively represent more than 75 credit unions across the 3 Prairie provinces. Onboarding of credit unions is expected to begin in the fall of 2020. The dramatic shift of the credit unions will leverage the platform to drive innovative products and services as digital payments increasingly dominate payments over cash. 73% versus 21% according to the Payments Canada's annual Canadian Payments Methods and Trends report released in December 2019. And the dramatic movement we are seeing with payment modernization is in response to the demand from Canadians for frictionless interactions, but also better privacy, security, and speed, said Dave McCann, the managing partner, Global Business Services from IBM Canada. By hosting its payments platform in the cloud, we will ultimately enable onboarded credit unions the flexibility to rapidly innovate new digital member experiences for businesses and members across all payment types in a more efficient, safe, and resilient manner. So there's a lot still going on constantly behind the scenes, so much so that is now making public news for us to even be able to share in regards to Stellar. But again, we've shared so much content and information of Ripple and Stellar, XRP, and XLM being connected to the entire new financial system. I want to share a quick thought. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. Again, guys, this is not financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only, and we'll catch you in the next one.